So a couple weeks ago, when I was on Facebook, I found my uncle in one of those electric wheelchairs, and I was intrigued. Was he in an accident? Is he paralyzed? I had no clue what happened. So I photoshopped a picture of him in the electric wheelchair and I posted on Facebook. And within 24 hours, I got a private message from my oldest cousin Laura's daughter telling me the devastating news that our uncle passed away back in April of the year 2025 from Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ASL. And no one told me about it. So yes, I am sad, though him and I hasn't spoke to each other since year 2008 when our Granny Cornwell passed away. But he was very nice, and I also know that long before my parents were divorced, when my mom was still married to my dad, that my dad and my Uncle Howie were very close, like the best BFF friends. But I'm not here to feel sad, though I am feel sad, but I'm not here to discuss about his death. I'm here because I want the world to understand that this is what happens when you are no longer a Jehovah's Witness for no matter what reason, that you get shunned and that not one living relative didn't tell me about his death. My mom never messaged me. My dad never messaged me. My little brother Beaner never texted me. No emails, no nothing. I feel like every single relative in the world knew that my Uncle Howie passed away from ASL except for me. And I think it is so inappropriate knowing that the world wants you to think that this Jehovah's organization, these loving, the most kindest individual Jehovah's Witnesses would do this. And yes, it happened to me. And of course, after a couple weeks when I found out about his death, I didn't know if I was going to respond to my mom or be rude or be nice. But I decided, you know what? Instead of being rude about it, I'll just act shocked, which of course I was. So I texted my mom, told her that I found out about Uncle Howie passing away from ASL, and still I got no response. And though I didn't respond to my brother, but I almost guarantee even if I text him, they're never gonna respond back to me because I speak out against the Watchtowers organization. And I know that my mom, it just bothers her more than anything else in the world, me speaking out against Jehovah. But am I really speaking out against Jehovah or Jesus or the Bible? The answer is no. I am only speaking out against the Watchtowers organization, aka ExJw.org. But of course, the whole world within Jehovah's organization, if you speak out against the Watchtowers organization, then they automatically think you're speaking out against Jehovah. And it's ridiculous. Just knowing that this is what they believe in. So I'm just doing this short little video and let the world know how devastating this religion really is if you leave this religion. And I know the world thinks that Jehovah's Witnesses or the Watchtowers organization doesn't ever force anyone to stay in being a Jehovah's Witness, that it's your choice to leave if you want. But what they don't tell you is the devastation of being shunned if you decide to even walk away. And I know Jehovah's Witnesses like to say, well, there's a lot of reasons why we shun individuals because they're doing this horrible, heinous thing. You know, Jehovah's Witnesses, you could do absolutely nothing spiritual wrong. But if you still walk away from the Watchtowers organization, you still will be shunned. So how I'm going to end this video today is I'm sad, I'm mad, I'm hurt, I'm devastated, I'm irritated, and I could go on and on and on and on, knowing what my family has done to me now, in the future, and in the past. But anyway, rest your soul, or should I say rest in peace, Uncle Howie. And I know you're a Jehovah's Witness, and I know that your wife, Claire, has been shunning me for the last almost 21 years. Yes, he's the husband of my Aunt Claire when my granny passed away back in year 2008. My Aunt Claire actually told my mother that Claire felt that I shouldn't been welcomed to go to my own grandmother's Jehovah's Witness memorial inside the Kingdom Hall just because I was no longer a Jehovah's Witness. And again, I'm no longer going to start blaming my mom. I'm not blaming my Aunt Claire. I'm not blaming my Uncle Howie, God rest his soul. I'm not blaming my cousin Michael or any other of my Jehovah's Witness relatives. I'm blaming the religion. That's who I am focusing on. Because they think that what they are doing is being directed by Jehovah. So the religion is telling them that it is a loving provision from Jehovah to shun anyone and everyone. If you're no longer Jehovah's Witness and you have no desire to come back. Now, I want to clarify this before I end this video. If you're disfellowshipped, you're disassociated, but you're going back to the meetings and you're trying to get reinstated, yeah, though it's going to be really short, the Jehovah's Witnesses would talk to you at the Kingdom Hall, wanting you to come back to Jehovah. Did I say Jehovah? Come back to jw.org, jw.org, the Watchtower. But if you don't want to come back, have no desire to come back, maybe you found another religion, maybe you become an atheist, then that love, it's all gone now. And so it just hurts me to no end, knowing that every single person, or should I say relative, knew that my Uncle Howie passed away from ASL except for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I definitely be doing a lot more YouTube videos. And if you like it, please subscribe and please make comments. Thanks and have a good day.